Folks, welcome in to the Bachelor Pad. I, of course, am your host of DFS Bachelor, and that beautiful SOB next to me is my boy, Mr. Dion Boykin. And we're going to go over our Fanduel and Draftkings NHL slate. We have a huge 13-game slate, not a lot of time to waste. Real quick, before we get into everything, thank you for joining us. I appreciate all of you joining us in the chat box, joining us live. Watching the NBA shows, just making us a part of your day. Truly do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, you're watching this afterwards, you're not watching it live, you're watching it after it posts up, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate that. Player pools for today's DFS slate is on Draft Dashboard. Same for the NBA, research tools, etc. That link's in the video description below. Like, comment, subscribe, be part of our weekly giveaway. All that good stuff is right here. Now, without further ado, my man, how you doing this morning? This afternoon, really. Cheers to everyone, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Man, I'm great. Whole bunch of WNBA news has been dropping. It's been fucking up my NHL notes all day. But man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the slate. I was excited the last time. So we had some really good picks. So I'm ready to get back into it.
Rock and roll. Let's rock and roll then. Anywhere else we can find you too? Is there any other stuff you need to promote while you're on here? Articles, all that stuff, anything?
Yeah, all the articles, and the article, just like he said, article and player pool is set every day on Draft Dashboard. So if you want to get access to the articles, the player pool, just click that link in the YouTube video. You can try 30 days for $1. Batch always has that link posted in every one of his videos, so you can always still get to it no matter what. But yeah, that's just about it, man.
And also, if we don't do a video, I still have player pool set every day. Articles are there every day. So if you don't see our beautiful faces here on your screen, it's also in there. Liquid Demon, thank you for joining us. I'm drinking some Liquid Demon myself. I mean, it's not 12, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I just listened to that jam, getting ready, so we're having a good day. So let's get right into it because there is 13 games. It's absolutely insane. Like NBA and hockey keep doing this shit. They'll be like, okay, here's a 2-game slate, and then here's 4 million games and 8,000 COVID problems. It's actually a 13-game slate because the St. Louis and Vegas game is postponed because of COVID. So that is something to keep in mind. Keep the Vegas and St. Louis players out. So let's go in rotational order. First game, Philly in New Jersey. Philly's a minus 158 favorite at Pinnacle Offshore. What up, Brian? What up, Callan? What up, Liquid? Thank you guys for being in here. So DFS-wise, betting-wise, what do you like in this game?
Betting-wise, I think we can go back to Philly. Like the money line for Philly again as well today versus Jersey. Have some slight interest in some players from Jersey. Palmieri is a one-off. I'll still love my guy Smith. He didn't get a point last game, but again, still a cheap defender. Still has a chance at getting another point today on the second power play line. Then we have Miles Wood. I like him. One of my cheapskate plays for the day. Again, I don't have a ton of exposure to Jersey, but if I am going to get some type of exposure, then I do like Miles Wood. He's cheap, playing on the top power play unit. Has been playing really well over the first couple games, so I don't have a problem going there. But if we're going to go with the exposure to Philly, then I don't have a problem going back to that Hayes JVR line, the second line, Kevin Hayes JVR. And
Van Rijmsdijk, one of my favorite players to play. Just love that name. It just shows power. Give me that Van Rijmsdijk. I mean, I'm an old white guy. I don't have that. You know what I mean?
You're stupid.
I am stupid. All
See,
right.
this is why I love doing the podcast with him more than by myself because of this right here.
Well, yeah, doing the shit by yourself is tedious, man. You're like,
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm still on Lindblom. He didn't do it for us last game, and he's actually been dropped to the second power play unit now. But again, I still like him, still fairly cheap. Shane Ghost was nice cheap play for us last time out. His price is up like 200 or 300 on DraftKings, but I still like the play there on the second power play unit. Pretty good defenseman for them. And Coinsy, I like that play as a one-off. But everything else, like I said, I pretty much touched on the plays that I want to personally play from this game. Everything else, I'm just pretty much off of.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So we're ready to move on to the next game. Look, we got 13 games, so we're gonna get this done. Much like my sex tapes, in, out, repeat if necessary. Quick, boom, boom, boom. Get out of my house, just like that. I mean,
Yep.
in, out. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't kick you out of my house, obviously. All right. Second game in rotate. Pittsburgh and Boston. We've got Boston as a -125 favorite. What do you like in this? Obviously, you know, Sid the Kid. Now, every time I play Sidney Crosby, he fucks me. I had a takedown, legit. Like, I've been on a roll with hockey. I've been doing really well, and I don't know shit about hockey. I'm getting there. I'm starting to get there. I should say I don't know shit about it, but not not
listen. He had a line that crushed one day, right? And we were talking about the shit, and it was the Crosby line.
Yeah,
because he was like
points. Yeah, 4 out of Sidney Crosby. I literally would have won the turn. If he just gets 20, I win that tournament. I was in fourth like all night long. And it's the only lineup I made. I made one lineup in the 444. I was fourth all day, and then fucking Sidney Crosby. I mean, if he just gets like 19 or 20, I win the tournament by myself by like 15 points, dude.
And look, and here's the thing: this fucker, he made this lineup at like 2:00 in the morning the day before.
Yep.
I tried and I got my ass kicked.
Yep.
And he fucking crushed it. I was pissed off. I was like, bro, but look, you still fucking crushed it, bro. I tried and I lost every fucking thing.
It happens. It happens. I mean, I got lucky. I just try to
find a nice laugh.
Like how I build my NHL lineups just for like something. First thing I start with is I look at all the cheap players who are going to be on the power play line, and then I'm like, okay, are they playing against a goalie who fucking sucks? So basically a goalie under 7,500, I'm taking the team against that guy, and if it's a cheap guy on a power play line, bada bing, bada boom, and then I stack the team around that. I mean, it's that simple. That's what I do. It doesn't always work. I mean, and I'm still I'm a baby with NHL, some would say a baby. I'm still finding, my sort of footing there, but it's just
if it ain't broke.
It ain't broke. Yeah, I mean, it's been working out. I didn't do great yesterday. It was only a 2-game slate though, so I try to do some I tried to treat it like League of Legends almost and do like stacks each side. That doesn't always work because you can have some fourth liner come in, take a shot, make the goal, and then you're completely fucked in a 2-game slate.
Exactly. Tyler Mott. Somebody said that earlier.
Yeah. And then you're just like, well, didn't have him. I will be moving on, and I'll I'll play some PS5 with my son, and boom, boom, boom. DFS Whispers, we love it. DFS Best Whispers, we got to get you on here too. We'll do some live NBA stuff, man, and get you in here too. We're gonna get that sorted out because we've been meaning to do a show for a long time together, and it never works out. Now with StreamYard working properly, we're gonna get that worked out. I love Colorado. Yeah, I love Colorado tonight. I like Colorado all the time, especially because they've been struggling and people are down on them a little bit. I'm like, boom, give me all of those Colorado players. But anyways,
so look,
Boston, Pittsburgh.
In this game, I was like, who the hell is that? That's my daughter trying to get in this door. So anyway, in this game, again, still like that second line for Pitt, the Malkin Kapanen. Look, we called Kapanen last game. He came through for us. I told y'all, that second line was the line that you wanted to watch in that game, and he came through for us. I still think that he can repeat the performance he just had. So I do like going back to that second line again. Like he said, Crosby always in play, Letang always in play. But again, I still like that Boston side a lot tonight. That top line should be more on. Again, they're still stupid expensive, so a lot of people don't really want to go there. I don't have a problem going back there, especially since they moved up Craig Smith to the top line. Sure. So you got Bergeron, Smith, and Marchand on that top line. We called Marchand that last game, and he went off for us as well. I told y'all I really, really like Marchand that last game, and he came through for us. The second line, if you want some lower ownership, Krejci, Coyle, and Richie. Richie is one of our cheapskates of the day. It's pretty much been one of the cheapskates for a while now. Since he's playing on that top power play unit, you can't go away from a cheap player that's playing on the top unit, especially with guys like Crosby, Malkin, and Gensel. So, definitely always play him. Love Craig. I do like Craig Smith. Boston D gonna shut the door. Yeah, I like that today. But other than that, that's about what I'm looking at. Like I said, it's the Boston side for me that game. That's really what I like. And then you can just run it back with Kapanen.
The Richie thing's weird. They're just not raising his price. It's like, okay, dude's averaging 20 fantasy points a game, 20 FanDuel points a game. I play mostly FanDuel. I suck on draft. I don't really get the DraftKings hockey yet. I'm not, but FanDuel, I've got my strategy and I feel good about it. But I mean, he's cheap, 3,600 on FanDuel. Come on. Pittsburgh allowing, by the way, the 5th most fantasy points to opposing wingers in the league. So it shows their defense struggling a little bit. I can get on board with that. Of course I'm confused talking NHL. I don't know every player. I know every player in every league but NHL. Like, I could tell you the life story of every player in the NFL. Hockey I'm new to. So that is that. But I have had great success playing NHL DFS. I have a strategy that I think works, and I follow Dion's article. I look at players he likes, boom, boom, boom. I play contrarian, so I go for the top. So when good things happen, when a team that's supposed to suck score 7 goals and I stack them, I'm getting money. I mean, it's that simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what I do, and that's how we rock and roll. Thanks for joining us in here, Ryan. Ryan loves to bust my balls in the chat box no matter where I'm at, so I appreciate that. I love that. Anything else from Boston, Pittsburgh?
No.
Okay, so let's rock and roll here. Game 3, Tampa Bay and Carolina. We've got Tampa Bay -141 favorite at Pinnacle Offshore. Tampa Bay, obviously, the defending champs, etc. Good team. Look at that. I mean, see, I know my fucking hockey. You guys. Totally kidding. What are we looking at in this game?
I like this Tampa Bay game actually quite a bit. But for me, it's mainly that Tampa Bay side. The point Stamkos line, of course, that top line is always in play, especially with Kucherov not there with the team right now on IR. So they've just been playing out of their minds, taking a ton of shots a game. For sure going to have to do the same thing today. And it feels like Tampa Bay has not played a ton of games, so they're well rested. I think they've only played like 4 games so far this season. One or two have been postponed from the Dallas dicking around in the locker room, hugging and kissing on each other and shit. But other than that, man,
when in Rome, right? When in Rome,
right?
In the locker room with all these handsome men. Let's make out. Let's get this shit done,
man. But my value play, my absolute favorite value play on the slate is from Tampa tonight, and it's Tyler Johnson. Love him. Love the history versus this team. I definitely think he can surprise us today and score 2 goals and maybe assist on 1 as well. Really like him playing on the second power play unit. So I have no problems going there, especially if this game gets out of hand and that top, or it's like 3-4, then that top line don't have to play a ton. You want those guys to be rested for what's to come next, especially keep up the play that they've been playing at. So when Kucherov comes back, they just keep on clicking. So I do really like that. Somebody called it out earlier. Aho is very cheap on DraftKings.
Yeah.
Really cheap. Hasn't done a ton. I think this is a nice spot. They moved I'm gonna butcher his name. But Sevi, they moved him up to the top line with Aho. So I really like that. And then my guy, my Dougie. Hey, that's Dougie Hamilton. I love him on that top line with those 2 players. So no problems going with that line. And it's a contrarian line as well. We do now, again, these teams like Toronto, Tampa Bay, Washington, these powerhouse teams that score goals all the time, they are subject to get blown up. Do not think that they can't, because they can. So I have no problems going with that Carolina top line as a contrarian play on the slate. It's probably going to be one of my sneaky stacks for today. And honestly, it's that top power play line. I forgot about Trocheck on that top power play unit with them as well. So I honestly like that play. And I think Jordan Stahl is on the top power play unit as well, and he's fairly cheap on both sites today. So that's a nice cheap play that you can take from Carolina. If you don't want to stack Carolina and just take that top line from Tampa Bay, you can run it back with a Stahl or Trocheck. I think that's a nice play there. Or Sevi. But I'm pulling it up now just so I can make sure.
One of the higher
Yeah,
totals.
Jordan Staal is on the top power play unit. So really like that.
This is one of the games we're looking for goals to be scored in this game, right? Tampa Bay, Carolina.
Yeah.
This feels like one. Like when you look at hockey, when you're betting hockey, it's all 5.5, 6. Once in a while, you get some 6.5s. Like I think we have that today with Edmonton, Toronto. That's always going to be high scoring or assumed to be high scoring. But this is one of the few games that are sitting at 6. So one of the higher scoring games. So you can stack. You can come back both ways and stack this game, right? Especially on FanDuel.
Yeah, especially on FanDuel. Hold on, let me see.
Svechnikov, that's the name you're with? Svechnikov?
Svechnikov.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna have Bash pronounce all the names.
Shouldn't have me do any of them. I'll fucking torture these names, and I do not care. It's funny to me how people get so mad. Oh, you fucking mispronounce their name. What do you think? I watch every goddamn hockey game and basketball game and football.
Right.
Like, how the hell am I supposed to do it? No, I'm gonna butcher some names, and I like doing it. Okay, my name's been butchered my entire life. My entire life, my name's been butchered. I don't give a damn if I butcher names. No.
Ryan, what line is where is it at? Yeah, Ryan, what line is Justin Williams playing on? Because I don't see him listed on the Daily Faceoff. So just let me know what line he's playing on. I'm gonna have to look at Justin Williams, but I've always liked Justin Williams. So I don't have a problem going there. It seems like Czech is always cheap, no matter which site it is. I think he's like 4,700 on FanDuel. He should be way cheaper on DraftKings too. So Trocheck, I really like that. He's playing on the fourth line. Then I don't know. I have to see if they put him on the power play unit.
I don't even see him. I feel like Ryan did this to us last time too, and I was like, "This guy's out with COVID." Blah blah blah. I don't even know who the fuck that guy is. I mean, just clarify. There's no shame in my game here, but I do think when I'm looking, I don't see him actually. I don't even know what position he plays. So you can't play him. Anything else? Tampa Bay, Carolina, or are we moving on?
No, I think we are moving on. Like I said, Tyler Johnson is my dude from that game.
Love it. Okay, Florida and Columbus. Columbus is favored in this one. I lost the money line here. Let me pull that up. Columbus is a -107 favorite at Pinnacle Offshore. I use Pinnacle because that's the sharpest book you're going to find in the world, essentially. Yeah. Pinnacle Offshore. So if you're betting and you're looking at a bunch of books and you're like, okay, Pinnacle has it -3.5 at regular juice, and then you see another one at -3, you're getting value at -3 because Pinnacle is the sharpest book in the industry, and that's just how that works. There's some other great ones. Love Bet Online. I know the entire guys over there. I love those guys. My bookie guys are cool. Wager, of course, my boy over there, and WagerWeb, Larry, my guy from WagerWeb. So lots of good ones over there. Anyways, I digress. Columbus, Florida. What do you like here?
Again, this is one of the games I don't have a ton of exposure. It's basically the same place that I called out the last time. I love Pat Hornquist. Wimberg, again, nice little revenge spot for him. Duclair came through for us last time out. Yandel. Jenner, I really, really, again, love going back to Jenner. Boone Jenner for Columbus, playing on the third line with Cam Atkinson. Atkinson was like really fucking cheap the last time out on DraftKings. I think he was like 4,400, and I really wanted to get him in my line, and I whiffed on it and just I don't know who the fuck I put in, but it wasn't him. He ended up going off last game. I do like going back there to Atkinson. Like I said, that third line for Columbus is it's actually a pretty good line to stack, especially if you, again, want some lower ownership. And this game it's a low total for the game anyway. So, again, on these big slates, you want to try to find some, like Bat said, find these teams that could possibly score 4 and 5 goals that nobody else is really going to want to play. So, I do like that Columbus line there.
It's funny you say I don't know who the hell I put in, but it wasn't him. That reminded me of like a conversation I had with my ex-wife when we were divorced, and she's like, I don't know who the hell I let in there. It was just something like, oh, it makes fucking sense. Can I buy a lunch and we can talk about it? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, that's just kind of I just go back to like 15 years ago when life was interesting. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, Teixeira is still cheap. He's gonna have to do something. My only problem with him, well, no, he's on the top power play unit, so yeah, you definitely can go there. Especially like I said, I like Atkinson, I like Zach on that top power play. Even Domi, like Max as well on that top power play unit. Somebody just said it. Bjork is a sniper, so yeah, that top power play unit is very sneaky today for Columbus. So no problems going there. Like I said, Boone Jenner, if you need a one off, definitely go there. And yeah, I think that's about it for me in this game. Maybe one of the goalies, maybe Columbus goalie. I think he's seen a ton of shots that last game. Florida will put up some shots on goal. So I do like the goalie for Columbus today, whoever they decide to start. Other than that, that's about it for me for that game.
Right, and I misspoke a little bit. This game's more of a pick 'em. You can find like Heritage, you can get Florida plus 100. Other ones they're favored minus 104 minus. So this game's pretty much a pick 'em across the board. Some different bets there. If you're betting Florida, I guess try to get into Heritage. Some of those are hard to get into. Next game, Islanders and the Capitals, New York and Washington. The Islanders favored in this game over Washington, minus 120 favorites at Pinnacle Offshore. What are we liking in this one? I like to sometimes put Washington as a contrarian stack, especially if they're not going to have our boy Ovechkin. I just see it as more opportunity.
Got a couple more games to sit out.
Yes.
I just don't get that, man. Like, I get that you want to hang out with your teammates and shit like that, but bro, throwing parties at your house during the season, like just wait on that shit. Now you got to miss games. So, but yeah, I again don't have a ton of interest in this game. I do like that top line for Washington: Backstrom, Vaughn, and Carlson, Oshie as well. But that's about it for me for Washington exposure. Unless Tom Wilson is back, I have some interest in him. But other than that, don't have a ton of interest in just like stacks from this game. I like Nilsson, I like Bailey from the Islander side, but again, I don't have a ton of interest in just stacks that I really want to play. Y'all know my love. If it's a New York team, my love is the Rangers. Somebody said that earlier. That's probably where I would want to go on this slate if I'm taking a New York. If I wanted to stack a New York team.
Like it. Real quick too. Thank you guys to everyone in the chat box: Robert, Kellen, Liquid, Ryan, Matt. All you guys, we appreciate you out there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue ahead.
Nope, you're good. You're good. But yeah, the defenders for the Islanders are cheap. Again, like I said, it's just I don't know. It's just not one of the spots that I really want to attack today. Let me see if they've already confirmed a goalie. Nope, they haven't yet. But if VAR starts again, I can go back there for the Islanders goalie. Like that play. But
perfect. Once we go through all the games too, I'll come back to you. We'll go over your favorite, like stacks, like teams and a few goalies, top 3 or 4 for, because I mean, it's a huge slate. So look, you're going to expect a lot of points. There's going to be a ton of options. It's just how it's going to be, unfortunately. I'm not big on these massive slates. I think they fucking suck. I prefer to go through and try to find like turbo, like even when NBA goes, 12, 13 games. I'm like, no, I'll play the 4-game turbo at 5 o'clock, man. I'm not doing this 14 game random bullshit that, it's just insane. It's an insane amount of players to try to cover. Our next game, Calgary.
And here's the thing with these bigger slates, man, you have some times where you really want to stack all these big name plays like Point and Stamkos and Zab from the Rangers. And you have this nice fucking team that you put together, and all the goals that's being scored are from third and fourth liners.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna get a bunch of them today.
Yeah. So that's the problem with these.
You're gonna get a ton of it. It's it's the same in the NBA. Like, well, there's gonna be 4 or 5 guys at 3,600 who score 60, and there's gonna be some moron who just puts them all in or use some fucking randomizer and blah 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 blah. And you're like, okay, it's just the stupidest line. Like you have absolutely no idea what you did there, and boom, it hits. So that's.
Yeah.
What
and
happens?
Then Wilson, Matthew Wilson is a game time decision for right now. They haven't said whether or not he's going to be in or out. Now, I do like this goalie for Washington. The kid has been playing really nice. Even in losses, he's still putting up some good fantasy numbers. So I like that kid from Washington.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Next, we got Calgary and Montreal. Montreal minus 120, minus 130 in some outlets as well. Favorite over Calgary. Anything you like in this game?
Man, looking at this game, what's interesting is Calgary hasn't beaten this team in 2 years. In the last 2 years, they have not beaten this team.
Damn.
The first time they met, let me pull it up for y'all so I can give y'all the breakdown. Because y'all know me, I like to give y'all the best information. So when we get ready to attack this slate, you know exactly where you want to go. So pulling this up now. So the two games last year were 3-4 and then 0-2. The games before that, 2-3, 2-3. So again, like I said, they haven't beaten this team really in the last 3 years. One win over the last 4 years versus this team. So I really like Montreal. I don't have a problem where you want to go there. My favorite play from Montreal today is going to be that second line, Suzuki, Anderson, and Drouin with Petrie. Love that line. And then, you know, my love for Toffoli. You know, he's won us a fuck ton of money, especially going against the Canucks. So definitely like going back there. I still like Romanov as a cheap defender from Montreal as well, playing on the second power play unit. If you need a one-off, then it's Gallagher. For me, it's Gallagher. What is his price on FanDuel for me, bro?
Gallagher?
If you can pull that up. Yeah.
For Montreal or Calgary? Yep. Okay.
Montreal.
I can pull that up.
All right. So while he's pulling that up, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all. So he's 7-1 on FanDuel. The price on FanDuel.
He's $6K on DraftKings.
Okay. See, he was cheaper than that before that last Canucks game. So the price on FanDuel is justified because he's one of these players that could score 3 goals, 4 goals with ease. You know, really like him. But he's playing on a second power play unit. I don't really understand why he's not on the top power play unit, but I'm not a coach, so I'll just let them do what they do. But I still like him as a one-off. Really decent fantasy games versus this team the last couple years. So I have no problems going there. And then, like I said, it's just been hit or miss with him. You know, he's on this. If you follow me during WNBA season, you remember when we was playing Collier, the good game, bad game, good game, bad game. He's been on one of those type of tears right now. The last game was pretty decent, 18 fantasy points versus the Canucks, but I think I like this spot a tad bit better. We can still attack Calgary, even though they put up goals. They also give up a lot of goals as well. But if I'm looking at the Calgary side, then I do like that top line, Lindholm, Tkachuk, Gio. And then, of course, you can always play Moen and Johnny G. So with that second line. But for me, it's probably going to be Montreal. That's probably where I'm looking to attack that game.
Yeah, and if you go Tkachuk, you got to do it on FanDuel, right? He's 7-7 on DraftKings.
Yeah, that's crazy.
5-9 on FanDuel. Ryan Johnson asks in the chat, did I take the Bucks or Packers last week? If you watched our SBR show, these were my exact words. The best value in terms of a plus money line was the Tampa Bay Bucks. They had the best chance to win because I didn't believe Buffalo did. I did pick the Packers. I thought they should have won the game. My official pick was the Packers, but I told everyone, if you're looking for value, the best value on the slate was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that was pretty easy to call. Everyone was on Buffalo. Don't understand why. I took the Chiefs. Pretty easy pick for me. So we did. We also went 11-4 in our prop bets. Out of the 15 prop bets, we gave 11-4, and we almost hit the long shot with Marquez, Valdez, Scantling, moving back to hockey.
Yeah. Hey, Mara, I think because I can't scroll up. I don't know why I can't scroll up in the chat box, but I think that was him that said about Tkachuk being mad about what happened to him the last game. He's one of them players that if some fuck shit or some bullshit happened the last game or a fight or whatever happened the last game that he didn't like, trust me, he's out for blood this next game. So that's one of the players that you can definitely roster on a narrative like that. So I mean, if you could fit him in on FanDuel, definitely. Like what we say, the price is way better on DraftKings, right?
No, it's better on FanDuel. It's 5.9
Better on
FanDuel.
FanDuel. Okay, yeah. If you could fit him in on
7,
DraftKings, then yeah. If you can fit him in on DraftKings, go ahead. Again, you could see, and like we said last time, with DraftKings, what you're mainly looking for are the ones that's going to score goals. You don't have to necessarily stack unless it's a stack that's going to go off for like 3 or 4 goals themselves. Meaning that stack, that line, like the Montreal second line today, Suzuki, Anderson, Druin. Suzuki scores a goal, Anderson, Druin assists. Then Petrie scores a goal, Druin, Suzuki assists. Like you need those type of correlations to go right on DraftKings. For FanDuel, we already know you need to stack on FanDuel because it's way more points that you get for goals and assists there.
Yeah.
On DraftKings, what you mainly want are the people that's going to score goals. So don't look crazy when you look up top and see somebody with all these random people and they just all score goals.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how it happens. So that's how you play DraftKings, my opinion.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. We got Sabres and Rangers. Rangers, small favorite here, -117 at Pinnacle Offshore. Buffalo, +106. Underdog, what do you like? I know you love your Rangers. What do you like in this one?
Man, I'm going to keep on going back to that top power play unit, the Strome, Zab, Creeder, Fox line. Again, love going back there. I even have some slight, like we were talking about, these cheap players, these third liners that could possibly score. Howden is one of those players for me, not on a power play unit, so he's not going to get a ton of ice time. But if he fucks around and score today, I will look like a genius. So I do like Howden, but my cheap defender from that Ranger side again is D'Angelo. Price didn't move a ton on DraftKings. So I think were we talking about? No, they were talking about Ghost. He might still be mid-price on FanDuel as well. So you have to check that for me and see.
Who am I looking for?
D'Angelo, defender.
Anthony D'Angelo, 4,500 on FanDuel, 3,000 on DraftKings.
Yeah, see, then I'll go there on DraftKings, and then like somebody said, Ghost is still mid-price on FanDuel, so you can just go Ghost, and you save yourself $500 there. Oh. But if we look at the other side, I like Eric Stahl as a one-off. Cody Eakin, again, I'm looking at I'm trying to find some spots, some cheap plays, some players that nobody's really going to take that might actually score, that can put us over the top, because especially on FanDuel, it matters, because these plays be like 0.9% on and shit, and if they score a goal and gets an assist, you're passing a lot of people in the field. Right. So I have some interest in Cody Eakin, but if my favorite one-off, and if you guys didn't know me from covering hockey a couple years ago, Taylor Hall, one of my favorite players from Jersey. Really love this kid. So I really like him as a one-off. You can even do a mini stack of him and Reinhardt as well. But other than that, like I said, that's about all of the exposure.
Real quick,
Creeder is still super cheap on DraftKings.
As I look through the Rangers, I'm looking at, you were talking about value defensive players. Adam Fox is 6,400 on DraftKings, but you go to FanDuel, he's 4,300 on FanDuel. So, like,
much
again,
better play.
It's a much better play, and you kind of look, double-digit fantasy points in 4 of his last 5 games. Exactly. There you go. Adam Fox is one of the, and so you're getting really this value for him on FanDuel at 4,300. DraftKings, not so much. I mean, unless you're just a massive goal-scoring machine.
Because you need, and see, you still even if he scores, you still need him at 6K. You need him to get the block bonus. You need him to take a ton of shots as well. You don't just need a goal. You at least need 2 goals, or you need a goal, the block bonus, and maybe the shot bonus. To get you there, because 20 fantasy points for a defender at 6K is nice, especially on DraftKings. But if he gets you like 10 to 15, you could have taken somebody way cheaper and gotten the same fantasy production and maybe paid up for a point or a Stamkos and gotten 2 or 3 goals out of them.
Right.
So,
FanDuel. He's a FanDuel player, is what I'm saying. Great value on FanDuel, not so much on draft. It's just, when I see those discrepancies, I want to point them out because maybe you're playing on both sides. You're like, oh, I got this guy here, I want him over here. You don't have to try to jam him in at 6'4" on DraftKings. Do something different there. But FanDuel, I think it's hard to pass up at 4,300. Just one of those players I'm looking at.
Matt, Kellen, great point. Trouba did fall off, man. And the crazy part about it is he's playing on the same line with Panarin Strome. So, I mean, I don't really understand why that's happening. He's been super, super cheap. I do like him as one of those plays. Again, let me pull this up because I don't think he's on a power play unit, but they may have changed that because the last time I wanted to play him, he wasn't on a power play unit. So let me.
Akbar, what up, brother? I appreciate you all the time joining the show and supporting everything we do around here. My boy Akbar out there.
Yeah, Trouba. He's on the second power play unit, so I do have some interest in him. Probably a super, super low on defenseman, like you said, hasn't done a ton, but we know he can. We know he can get it done. So I do like Trouba. Other than that, like I said, that's about it for me for that game.
And we'll move on to a next game. And I don't imagine there's a lot to love in this game, but we will cover it anyways. The LA Kings, Minnesota minus 163 favorite at Pinnacle Offshore. You like much out of this game? Are we stacking Minnesota here? Is LA contrarian, or is this a low scoring? Stay the hell away from this game.
It's probably a low scoring. Stay the hell away from this game. Now, I will say this though. These two teams have actually had some really good games these past couple games. My play though is probably going to be Kopitar. He's either leading the league for assists or tied for assists.
Yeah. Kopitar helped me out the other night. I did like a Dallas Kings stack. That's the one when I went off and I was going to win that shit. Yeah. Right? Was it that? And I think Bergeron and Marchand fucking went off.
Pav for
Dallas.
Yeah, that was the line.
I would have just played Radulov like you told me earlier too. That would have changed it because I know I'd taken out Crosby. So I wish I would have fucking added Radulov.
Man, Rad is always a nice play, even as a one-off. Yeah,
looks like and sounds like so you're watching a movie, right? And you've got the bad guy, you've got this asshole, and he's running everything, and we're trying to get him, we're trying to kill him, we're trying to stop him. But before you get there, much like Street Fighter 2, you got to fight Mr. You gotta fight Zagat before you get to M. Bison. Right. That's Radulov. He's Zagat before you get to Bison. He's like, I will break you. If he dies, he dies. Just straight up. And you're like, well, fuck, man. No, I'm not. What's your name? Radulov? Yeah, no. That's cool, man. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Kings. If you don't know, I fucking love the Kings, especially my hubby, Dustin Brown. That's my dude. So if you don't know, you'll get to know it. They will almost always be in my stack. As a low-own stack, as a favorite stack, they'll just always be in there somewhere. But yeah, for me, it's the top power play line. I do like the top line for the Kings, so you can definitely go there. But for me, I like the Kopitar, Follow, and Brown combination. So I think we can see Brown go off today. Hopefully, that's probably going to be one of my bold calls today. 25 or more fantasy points for Dustin Brown in this game. But again, that's just
we're looking at 3,500 on DraftKings for Dustin Brown. Follow 4,600 on both sides. So a couple of value
and
plays.
he's gone off versus this team. 52 fantasy points last year, 3 goals and an assist. And I know this is a couple years back, but shit, in 2017, 7 shots on goals with 4 goals scored. Like, man, if you get that at 3,500, 3,800 on DraftKings, I mean,
we're talking
shit.
About
Kempe, I do like Kempe. He's still cheap and still playing on the top power play unit as well, I believe. Isn't he?
Hey, Ryan, you finally told me a player, Ryan, that is not hurt or like on the 6th line. Yes, Jeff Carter has been playing pretty well. You can get about 17 minutes of ice time a game, some shots, 21 FanDuel points his last 2 games at 4,900.
Yep.
So there we go.
Yep. If you're not stacking the Kings, if you're not taking a stack from this game, then it's Jeff Carter. Jeff Carter all day. Love him as a one-off. Probably my favorite one-off from this game. I do like Minnesota's second line. The rookie Cap, he's been playing really nice. His price just spiked after the first couple of games, man. Like super, super high. But I don't have a problem going there. Dumba, I'm gonna go back to Dumba. That's probably again one of my top favorite defensemen on the fucking slate. Didn't do it for me last time, but he can definitely get it done for us. So I do like that. Strong for the Rangers needs to go off on top power play. Yes, he does. He fucking does. Because I think he's still cheap at like 4,300 on DraftKings, and I'm definitely going there. Doughty's price, I don't know what his price is. I think he was like 5,600, 5,700 on FanDuel, maybe maybe in the 4Ks, 5Ks on DraftKings. I don't know, but I'm not really going there. I just honestly, I like if you're gonna do it, just go. Don't even take a defenseman. Go Brown, Kopitar, Kempe, and a follow. That top power play unit, I like that. But like I said, other than that, I think we could really attack this game with goalies. If the game doesn't go the way we want it to go, then we can definitely attack with goalies.
I like that.
Yeah, man, I don't even want to talk about him. I don't even want to talk about him.
So we won't. You don't have to do what you want. This is a 21st century. We don't have to do anything we don't want in the 21st century. Everything's easy and good feelings. God, this country's a bunch of pussies now. It really pisses me off. All right, moving on. Detroit and Dallas, probably not a lot of analysis here. Dallas, huge favorite, minus 185, minus 190 at different outlets. I guess Detroit would be grossly contrarian. If you stack Detroit and they beat Dallas like 7-1, holy shit, you've probably made a lot of money tonight.
Yeah, especially now because Larkin is questionable for tonight's game. He is day-to-day and didn't practice Wednesday. So we are going to have to wait and see who was it. Oh, so let me real quick while we're talking about injury news. So Jasper Bratt is back for New Jersey. I know we already covered this game, but that's what I wanted to tell you guys, and I forgot when I was talking about the game. So he's back. I want to wait and see where he's going to be playing and if they're going to put him on a power play unit or not. So all that isn't. But here's the thing: we're not going to know the lines changes for New Jersey until they go out for warm-up. So I've already gotten that from the beat writer. She said the coach does not like to reveal his line changes before the games, like hours before the game starts. So we won't know until they hit the ice for warm-up. So before the game. So just be on the lookout for that news dropping for Jersey, and I'll let you guys know when what the line changes are and everything.
I just realized my dumbass hasn't been showing the comments like I love to do. It's like this whole thing that I love to do. And I fucking forgot this whole time. Well, there's so many fucking games. But, what's the old saying? We're talking Detroit here in Dallas. Look, love Dallas. I'm going to have tons of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But Detroit's living on the edge. And they say, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up way too much fucking space. Get on that edge. Live a little. Quit being a bunch of pussies. Let's rock and roll. Am I allowed to say pussy? Am I allowed to say pussy anymore? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that again.
Well, as long as we're not on the WNBA, as long as we're not on the WNBA stream, then we're fine right now.
Like what? Why can't I call a WNBA player a pussy too? I mean, they could kick my ass for sure. I mean, they're 7 feet tall. I'm just talking relatively, like some damn fun around here. You should see the abortion shirt I ordered. Oh boy, people aren't gonna like that. I'm just telling you.
All right, so listen.
Here, it ain't getting softer here. I'll just tell you that right now.
It damn sure ain't. So, Matthew, great point, man. They do. Larkin, Matthew, Bertuzzi, they definitely need to be on the same line. I thought that they started out the year there on the same line, but I don't know what the fuck has happened since then. But yeah, it's all jacked up now. From what I've read, if Larkin doesn't play, then they moving up name. He's going to play on that top line and possibly move up to the top power play unit. So you can go there. That's because I do have some interest in Detroit's second line, which is the line that he's playing on now with Ryan and Method. But if he moves up to the top power play unit and the top line, like we said, if you're going to do anything, that's definitely the contrarian spot, especially if Larkin gets ruled out, then nobody's touching Detroit. Right. Nobody's touching Detroit because it starts with Larkin and then it trickles down there.
I'm going to make a bunch of Detroit lines now. Fuck it. I'm in.
Method had 60 fantasy points versus this team last year. He scored all 4 of the goals.
Look, if you look later, Dallas wins 5-0, you can go, hey, you know what? Kyle lost money tonight, and I'm fine with it because I am not going to live like if scared money does not make money, I'm rocking and rolling. I've already decided. Fucking Detroit all the way. I might even take a plus 165 fucking money line bet on them too, just for the hell of it. Yeah. And I love Dallas. They're one of my favorite teams in hockey. I don't know. I don't have a favorite hockey team. I need a favorite hockey team. I don't have one. I do not have one.
Yeah, we got to get you one, bro. And well,
I like the Lakers.
You got a couple choices up in Oregon.
I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing the King. I'm not doing it. It's going to be a random team. It's going to be like the Florida Panthers, or it's going to be like the I don't know, Canadian team somewhere. Some team. Is there a team in Winnipeg still?
Yeah. Yep.
I guess that'll be my. Yeah, there you go. The Winnipeg Jets. They got to suck, right? They're terrible.
A little bit this year, yeah. Well, no, hell no, not them. I'm thinking about Columbus. No, not the Jets. Jets probably one of my favorite teams as well.
Okay, so there we go.
You picked a good one there. But yeah, so last year they beat Dallas 4-3. Mathen scored all 4 goals on 8 shots. Now let me see. Was this a game that? Because if Larkin didn't play, then that's probably a one-off that I'm just going to roster tonight and pray to God he repeats. But no, Larkin played that game. And he had 2 assists that game.
I do like that name. I like they're from – everyone hates Jersey anyways. Mm-hmm. I want a team that's just going to piss people off when they win and they finally do it. I'm going to be an asshole. I got to get me a hockey team. I'm on it. I'm going to be thinking about it tonight. I'm going to be on it.
But yeah, so if we're going, like I said, you want to go contrarian, then it's the Detroit top power play unit. And here's the thing: if Larkin's out, that means Bobby Ryan is going to take a lot of shots as well. Remember, he's been playing extremely well over the past couple games too. So it kind of helps, a little bit because you just have some people that's just going to step up and take it. Look, Kellen said the same thing. Bobby Ryan, Mathen. So. Love it. But again, the side we know to attack with Dallas, that top line just been playing really, really fucking well. Pav, Radulov, and Kara. So okay. I mean,
I gotta touch on this. Matt is suggesting Boston. I will never, ever, fucking ever root for a Boston team. They are the fucking worst at everything. Boston is no, never in my life. Even if I was offered free tickets to throw out the first pitch in Fenway Park, I wouldn't go. They're the worst fans ever. Matthew, by the way, thank you for being a part of the show, and we love you and appreciate your support. So don't get too mad at Fuck no. Boston fan. Nothing is worse than a Boston fan. Oh my God, with that goddamn accent, everything else. No fucking way. No fucking way in hell. Not happening. I might get strikes.
You see what Kelly just said, boy? Look, y'all, boy, I love this.
Yeah, that's now right. I need to get that up on the. I need to get that up there. That is absolutely heathens and Satanists root for Boston. There we go. Goddamn right. I absolutely agree. Hey, ask any black player that's ever played in Boston how nice the fans are. I can assure you, you're not getting a great response. Just gonna say, I'm not. Just you take that as you want.
Right. Oh, Seguin is day to day right now.
That's true, though. Hey, Matt makes a great point. You said you want hate, and I'm not alone in thinking that. So I would piss people off, especially like my friends who are Laker fans. Like, wait, you're rooting for a team in Boston? I'd probably disappear and not be found again. But I don't know. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. Where the hell are we on these games? Oh, we're Detroit, Dallas still. We got anything else on this game?
Oh, no. We're good.
All right.
But yeah, like I said, that top line for Dallas, that's probably the best line or the top power play unit. So either or. But Dallas money line, we should expect them to win. Like Pat said, if you got them big gorilla columns, then go ahead and take that Detroit money line.
Boom, beautiful, love it, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to come in there just boom, 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 Andy Reid style, 4th and a half inch with my backup quarterback throwing the football. Damn right, I'm coming in, balls a swing, and I can only do that, Figuratively, not literally, since I'm a grower, not a shower. Anyways, moving on. Anaheim and Arizona. Arizona minus 135 favorite over Anaheim. Anything you like in this game?
Hold on real quick. You can always play Klingberg. Really, I never have a problem playing him. Love the defensemen for Dallas. Like I said, I really don't have a problem with anybody from Dallas tonight. It's Detroit. So
yeah,
just go with your gut. But with this Anaheim game, again, think that's gonna be low scoring.
yeah.
Both goalies are in play. We seen it the last time out. What was it, like a 1-2 game, 2-1, something like that.
Right.
But I do have interest in both goalies from this game. If you really, like I said, you want a goalie that's going to get you to win and see the shots, it's one of these two goalies today. That last game, 1-0. They had some decent games last year, some 3-4s and 2-4s and 4-2 games. I don't know that it's going to be like that today, but if it is, then what was I? Okay, Anaheim's second line, Henrik. I told you guys, he scored for us last time. Playing on the top power play unit, super cheap, and scored for us last time out, still super cheap. So love that. Silberg and Cam Fowler on that second line. So like I said, I love that Anaheim second line. Derek Grant playing on the top power play unit. Again, I will go back there. Playing on the fourth line, top power play unit. That's one of the guys for us today, guys. Fourth line, top power play unit, super cheap, has some goal upside today. Definitely like him. If we're talking about this Arizona side, then for me, it's the top power play unit, Smots Dvorak. And Brassard. Brassard is super cheap as well. And he's playing on the top power play unit. So I really like that as well. Other than that, I don't have any other interest or exposure to this game.
Okay, perfect. So we got 3 games left. I'm going to ask you the next question, and I'm going to put you solo on the channel, and I'm going to run and grab another beer because I apparently went through 2 during the show, and I need another one. So I'm going to put you full screen. You're going to talk. You'll see when I come back, right? You can see it from your end how it all works.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hey, we're pretty new at this, so we're getting it all done here. So San Jose, Colorado, the biggest favorites on the slate. We're talking minus 225, some minus 250 favorites across the board here. One of the later games starting at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. San Jose, Colorado. Take it away. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, Matthew, you crazy. John Gibson gonna score the only goal. That's funny. Anaheim too is super cheap. Like Anaheim is always really super cheap. But if we go to this next game, Colorado, like he said, love Colorado, especially at top line, man. When they put together when they got the boys back together, McKinnon, Renton, and Landeskog, I told you guys they were going to be something to fuck with, and they have proved that, and didn't really have to play that a ton of ice time that last game because of the big fucking blowout. What they beat them like 7-2 or something like that this last game. So I really like going back to Colorado tonight. No problems there. Like I said, the top line's just been playing super fucking well. 7-3 is what they beat them the last game. But yeah, they've just been playing. Yeah, you can't go wrong with those two. You can't go wrong. Renton is playing super great. The defense maker. Who else was it? Taves. Either of those two on that top line. Again, you cannot go wrong with that. I love the Matt Nito value play as well, Ryan. So I don't have no problem there. The price on Kadri and Burkowski is disrespectful. Yeah, too cheap, man. Kadri just has not been doing it for us, though, man. Like I keep wanting to go. I keep going back to him. Keep trying to get it. He does not, and he just fucks me over every time. But I do like Kadri. My other value play is Comfort. Like him playing on the second power play unit and then side as well. Of course, you know me, a Blackhawks fan, so I love side. If I'm looking at any type of exposure for San Jose, then it's probably just some one-offs for me. I do have a mini stack of Hurdle, Burns, and Carlson from the top power play unit, but I'm not super sold on it. Mir, I like him. Like him as a one-off. And then let me see. Love Colorado too, and Colorado, yeah, Colorado less, yeah, because the top line, of course, the top line is going to be the most, it's going to have the most exposure. You know, it's going to be probably the highest on stack on the slate just because of the way they've been playing, and we still have a ton of fucking value to fit around them as well. So yes, you definitely can get some ownership on some lower ownership on that second line. It's the Kadri side line. So I do like going there as well for Colorado. Other than that, that is probably what I'm looking at from this game. And then, yeah, Burakovsky, you have him on that second line as well. So, and somebody already pointed it out. They're super cheap on DraftKings, so you can get that stack in and be able to get you some big name plays around that stack. Yes, Johnson is super cheap. I do like him as well, but like I said, other than that, that's it for me.
Boom, great job. See, didn't even know I was gone. And you're right, Liquid Dream, smoking is a dying art. I'm actually trying to quit. I've been smoking for 25 years, so it's time to put it down. So I'm trying to live to 150 years old. You know, I'm not a religious man. I don't believe in the fucking afterlife and any of that bullshit. So I was like, man, I want to live as long as possible or be frozen and come back, you know, John Spartan style from Demolition Man, you know, and find Wesley Snipes. You know, I'm in on all that shit. So you know, it's just that's just how I roll with that. So second to last game, and this is going to be a popular game.
Yes.
Toronto, Edmonton, of course, our boy McJesus and Cassian and all the boys in this one. What are you liking here?
Yeah, just stack it on up, man. Love this game stack. San Jose 2. I also expect a couple penalties there. Yeah, like that. But yeah, this game, I'm probably going to the second line for Toronto. Don't have a problem with that top line. Of course, also, Matthews is always in play. Marner, still love him as well. But I have some interest in this Tavares line. Now, here's my problem. Before, I believe Matthews went out and got hurt. So the game where Matthews missed, that was the game where they finally fucking put that top power play unit back together with Tavares on the top line with Matthews and Marner. And when he got hurt, that fucked up everything, and then it went back to the same fucking power play unit. So I'm pissed off about that because I really would love them being on the top power play line together. But it's fuck it, it'll be all right. I just don't have a super ton of interest in the people that's on that second power play unit with him. They took Kerfoot off and put fucking TJ Brody on.
Can't trust guys named TJ. Like guys named TJ, that's like, okay, here's a dude with a puka shell necklace on and walking around with no shirt and fucking TJ.
But I really like Kerfoot. Kerfoot is on the top power play unit. So I don't have a problem there. If you're gonna go to Matthews line, or if you want to play Matthews, then just go ahead and play that top power play unit. You can get Kerfoot, Mitch Marner, Matthews, and Riley. Did I not fucking tell y'all last time out that fucking Wayne Simmons was going to score, and I hated him being on that top power play unit, and he fucking scored the first goal of the game. Like,
there you go.
Get the fuck out of here. Yo, but he was like 3,400. Yo, playing on the top power play unit. Again, like Bat said, you get these cheap guys playing on the top power play unit. You got to give them a chance, you know, because again, the goal upside is there. So
Akbar, here's the problem. Then, I love my boy Akbar, by the way. Just like one of the greatest dudes to ever follow any of the shows. The hookah thing, listen, I tried this like 20 years ago, like when I first moved to San Diego years ago. if I'm smoking anything out of that device, and I've got 4 hoses and a couple of girls there, it's not going to be flavored tobacco. Let's just put it that way. We're having a different kind of party. We're having a different kind of party at my house that night, and I'm giving them a fake name. My name's Brad for the evening. Okay.
I mean, Jake. What did you say? I'm Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, I'm Jake from State Farm, baby. That's me. Get this hookah. Don't worry. It's cinnamon tobacco. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Just cannot do it. No, cannot do it. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. But again, that EDM side, come on now. Simmons had to do it for the culture. He had to, man. He had to do it one time for the one time. So yeah. If I just do it on ice with McDavid or something. Yeah, true that. Again, McDavid, come on now. He's always in play. Let me see if they made any changes to their lines today. And then I think Jesse is still up on that top line as well with McDavid and Nugent Hopkins. Yep, still on that top line. Now, here's the thing. I get, James. I don't agree with James Neal being on top power play unit. I don't have a problem. It's not that he's bad or he sucks or anything like that. It's just that Jesse has been and his Poveri, he's been playing really well. Like, why not put him up there on the top power play unit with 2 guys that he's already skating with and Draisaitl and Nurse? Like that would be way more fun to watch. But I mean, I get it. Whatever. So that top power play unit for me for EDM, that's the one that I'm looking at today. Like I said, that top line, of course, always can play that. They do pay Neal way too fucking much. He's a good player, but I don't agree with that. The top power play unit, I don't. Just call me crazy, but I don't. But other than that, like I said, Kashin has been fucking me over too. Every time I try to attack him, here he goes standing on his head and blocking every fucking thing. So again, I'm gonna go back there because I think people is starting to have faith in him, and I'm going to fucking go back there and attack again. Watch James Neal spot a 40-point like he did. Yep.
Anytime I talk shit like on a team or a player, it's like, oh, okay, here we go. They just so many Akbar can attest to this. He waits for it. It's like, okay, I just want to wait for the team Kyle bashes because now I have to bet on him because the clouds open and miracles happen and it's just it is annoying. So yeah, I guess I'll have to throw James Neal in a lineup tonight. That's probably got to happen.
Yep.
Real quick before we go to the last game, someone was asking about the McGregor fight. I'm going to have some MMA guests come on. I've got a lot of great friends in the MMA community that I'm trying to work out. Some guys from Roto Grinders, our boy Cody Safdie, all those guys. I'm trying to work that stuff out. And I've watched Trailer Park Boys before. Don't you worry about that. Moving on now to our final game. Are we done with Toronto Edmonton? It's a good game. We want to have a lot of exposure.
We're done. Like I said, that's a game that you can just stack up all up and down the sideways and everything else.
Liquid Demons, I want to get in one of those, YouTube fights. Like, put me on a pay-per-view and get to fight one of these nerds who talk shit on the thing. Like, I'm 20-year contractor. I'm ready, but look, it's got to be quick because I don't have the cardio for these 2-round fights. I'm not gonna chase some fucking guy around for 10 minutes. I'm trying to catch him and end it quick. I don't know, but we will see. So our final game here, Vancouver and Ottawa. Another game. We should see some points here. I think Ottawa.
And they're playing on the back-to-back. Yeah, playing on the back-to-back. Watched that game last night. Man, that was a good game. I think the Canucks won 4-1, I believe, last night.
Yeah, they did something. Yeah.
And listen, let me say this too while I'm pulling this up. The goalie for Lankinen, I think that's his. That
Chicago, Lankinen. I love that guy. I fucking love that guy. I've been on him for games.
Look, I talked shit. That was his goalie in that same fucking lineup where he almost took down. Because I was talking shit. I was like, bro, don't play that weak ass goalie, man. He gonna fucking get. He was like, well, cool. I'm for sure playing him now. But I like that kid, man. Fuck, he was making some nice stops last night. Man, I'm so glad that I got into hockey. Like, here's my thing with people who can't get into hockey. You just need to sit down and watch the game. Make yourself watch the fucking game. Because the minute they get the fighting, you're going to get hyped. The minute somebody scores, you're going to get even more hype. And if you got them in your fucking lineup, oh, baby, you're going to go crazy. Like, I'm telling you, if you've never watched a hockey game, it changed my fucking life. Dead ass. Like, I fucking love hockey with a passion now. You've got to watch the games. It's way more than just picking these people and putting them in your lines and just saying, okay. No, you got to watch these games, man, because I'm telling you, the minute them gloves come off, hey, everything turns up there. You need another drink, you need another pack of smoke, and you ready for the second one. But go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna touch on. Kellen says go to an AHL game. I used to go to San Diego Gulls games, which was a low-level hockey league, but the Gulls were the shit, and the parties were amazing. I didn't know a damn thing about hockey. I was 19 years old, new to Southern California from small town back then. Man, the parties and the girls and oh boy, I used to love those San Diego Gulls games way back in the day. But Ottawa, Vancouver, it is the last game. Just over an hour, not that bad.
Listen. Yeah, this ain't bad at all. And then we're done in plenty of time for people to rewatch because we got still 4 hours until the games kicks off. So, man, this game here, goals have been scored in the first 3 games that they've played? No, 2 games that they played each other. 7-1, 5-1. Again, if you want to go contrarian, then it's going to be the Ottawa side. Right. That tyranny. Hold on, matter of fact, let me make sure it's still the same lines because they get their ass kicked one night and then play the next day and fuck around and change everything up because they got their ass kicked the night before.
Yeah.
So let me make sure they still got the same lines before.
Amazingly, with all of our terrible language and bad jokes, only one person has disliked the show so far. So that's pretty good odds. I like that.
Hey, I like that too.
And to answer Ryan's question, no, I was not a frat boy. I did have a buddy who was in a fraternity, and we had some fantastic parties. I was still in high school. We're up at the U of O. First time I ever did acid, actually, was at that fraternity. This is way back in 1998. It was a long time ago, and I got freaked out by some noises in a cemetery, and I ran through the city of Eugene and woke up at 3:00 on a park bench. Like, where the hell am I? And it's a good time. You should never do that. And tell your daughter, Brian, we are sorry for swearing. We're swearing because we're bad people, and we shouldn't be doing that. But you only live once, so there you go.
Yeah, sorry. Look, hey, if it makes you feel any better, my daughter just turned 1, and her favorite sentence to say is "oh shit."
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It doesn't help.
And she does a sumo stump with it. So she goes, "oh shit."
I love that, and that's probably my fault. I'm a bad example to the nieces and nephews. They listen to me talk way more than they should, and this shit happen.
But yeah, so look, all right, so let's just go ahead and knock out this last game. Again, should be another good high scoring game. We should see some nice goals being scored in this game. I definitely think that this game should Ottawa should score more goals than what they did last game, for sure. But yeah, in the past couple of years, it's always been the Canucks just giving work. 4-3 wins, 7-4 wins. So I still have a ton of interest. Either one of those top 2 lines for the Canucks. You cannot go wrong with either. That second line was a lot higher on than I thought it was going to be last night. But again, it was a 2-game slate. So, of course, people already knew to go the contrarian route off that top line, which you can go back there again, the Horvat Pearson line. But again, I still like that Pedersen Miller line for tonight. And then if I'm going back to the Ottawa, again, top power play unit for Ottawa, Kachuk, Dadonov, and Shabbat. But again, I still like the tyranny line. Did not do it for me last night. I am going to go back and say again, he will score 20 fantasy points tonight. Not playing on the power play unit, but I still like him to get on the stat sheet tonight. So that is really about it. And that was quick for us because we seen this game last night and they've played twice, so we already really know what to expect. Sure. Like I said, any of those top 6 players are in play for me. Well, the top 2 lines for the Canucks, any of those, they are always in play for me. And then, like I said, if you're going contrarian, it's the Ottawa power play line or the second line for me.
And I love that. Ooh, breaking news. Thank you, Travis. AD out tonight. Doesn't shock me. It's a back-to-back. They're going to start doing that. The NBA is a shit show this year. I'm just telling you that right now. It's frustrating to follow. We'll be doing some MLB. I might be with SBR doing some MLB stuff as well. There's going to be a lot of MLB stuff. Going to bring lots of different people on, perspectives, guests. So that way you're not all just trusting me because I'm, after all, I'm a middle-aged doofus, going through a midlife crisis most likely. And real quick to answer Akbar's question before we put a bow on this, the chances for the Chiefs to catch an L in that Super Bowl are 0. They're going to fucking punt Tampa Bay. Sorry, Bucs fans, but it's just not going to happen. Kansas City is so much better than Tampa Bay. So that's what's going to happen there. So let's put a quick bow on this. If I said, hey, what are your 3 favorite teams to stack today? Is that a fair question? Maybe 3 favorite teams to stack and maybe a couple of your favorite goalies, and we'll get the hell out of here since we're at an hour 10.
All right. So for number 1, my favorite stack, of course, Tampa Bay. I love the top line. Point Stamkos. That's probably where I'm going to start with my main line today. Point Stamkos, and then go from there. Second, the Rangers. All you Ranger fans on here, I'm going right the fuck back. It's only a matter of time. I keep you hear me say this. You're gonna hear me say this a lot this season. It's only a matter of time before Zab takes the fuck off for that top line for the Rangers. Like I said, Creeder is still super cheap on DraftKings. I think he's like 4,400, 4,600 or something crazy like that. Yes. So love that line with Fox. So I'm going back to that power play unit for the Rangers. That was my number 2. And if I'm taking a contrarian stack for tonight,
it's Detroit, obviously. No, I'm kidding. Ottawa, Detroit.
Yeah, right. Montreal. It's going to be Montreal second line for me. I
don't know why I'm feeling some Carolina in my bones too. I'm feeling some Carolina contrarianness in my bones. I'm a sick man, though. I am a sick man.
You gotta be, because I don't even think Carolina on the slate.
Yeah, they are. They're playing Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, they are. They are playing Tampa Bay. Okay, yeah. Hey, like I said, that's a super contrarian play. I love that. Right. I love that.
So, I'm gonna make a lineup. My lineup's gonna consist of. I can't wait to make a Carolina Detroit contrarian stack and win all the money when they score 14 goals between the 2 teams. There we go.
I'm gonna retweet that shit for like a week straight.
If it happens, oh my god, yeah, I look like a genius. I'll be the hockey whisperer. I'll have to take DFS Whisper's name away. I have to purchase the rights to the name. I don't know how much that's going to cost. You have to hit me up on the NHL DFS Whisperer. Wait, can't take our name. Goalies, a couple of goalies that maybe a cash game play, tournament play that you like at goalie.
All right, so I like Price to see a lot of shots tonight in that game. So I really like Price. Like I said, if VAR gets the start for the Islanders, then I like going back there. Love the goalie for Washington as well. Think you can take either of those. Now, with this Philly and New Jersey game, I really think you can play either Hart or Wedgwood. Wedgwood has actually been playing really nice. And again, one of those goalies that see a fuck ton of shots, even if he takes an L, he's seen enough shots that he's gotten you 20, 25 fantasy points. We seen it last night. What our goalie, Chicago, 25 fantasy points, still got the L, but he saw like 40 fucking shots on goal. So as long as he's getting the stops and not giving up a fuck ton of goals, then you can still make out good with these goalies. And then after that, like I said, that I like Minnesota's goalie as well tonight, but either goalie in that Minnesota LA game, but I'm leaning more Minnesota goalie. Gotcha. And then so question, because again, I'm still fairly new at hockey. Anybody know this goalie for Detroit and how good he is? because that goes with what we were just talking about. If this guy is a guy that we can attack tonight, then I'm definitely gonna have a Detroit stack. And because we've already been talking about it anyway. So if anybody knows how good or bad this person is, please let me know. Because I'll definitely go there. And then, like I said, that Arizona game, the Arizona Anaheim game, either Darcy or John Gibson, either one of those two are good to go. Yep. And look, Kellen said the same thing.
We're talking about Grice now for Detroit. Is that who we're talking about?
No, no, for Dallas. It's Jake.
Oh, for Dallas. Is he starting over Kudobin?
Yeah.
Oh,
Adinger?
Yeah, don't know.
Adinger?
Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a nice guy, but yep, fucking.
Hey, what's his price? What's his price first?
I don't even know his price. I don't even know it, but I do know. Well, I mean, I can find it, but I do know that if it's not Kudobin for Dallas, fuck yeah, I'm even happier about Detroit because Kudobin's the guy. He's the dude.
Yeah,
it's his first career start. Yeah. I'm telling you, tomorrow we're gonna look like geniuses or look like assholes. Either way, scared money don't make money.
Damn sure right about that.
I cannot wait to stack.
Oh, he's like 8,200 on FanDuel.
Yeah.
That goalie for Dallas, he's like 8,200. Which
Fade.
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's overdone. That's overdone.
You got to prove me wrong.
Yeah, he ain't Kudobin. He ain't my boy Kudobin, and I know that's not how you pronounce his name. I don't care. Fact of the matter. All right, guys, that's our show. We've been here an hour, 15 minutes. Again, thank you to Dion for dropping all of his knowledge, putting in the work. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat box. Let's do it. Christian, let's do it. If it happens,
fucking Detroit.
Look great. Have some goddamn fun. Okay, throw $4 at it. And, look, if it's your last $4, don't do that. Go get some bread and make sure you feed the kids and all that shit. But look, you got $4 to throw at it. Why the hell not have some fun and have a good time? Thank you all so much. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do this every day the rest of the week. I don't know if we'll do both weekend days because they start so early, some things, and we'll have to see on all that.
Like tomorrow, y'all will just see me, and you probably won't even see me as one fucking game again.
Oh, yeah. So one game tomorrow. Of course, we won't do that. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
Friday.
Yeah, so we'll do the Friday slate. So there's no point in doing a show for a one-game slate other than just come talk shit and have fun. So if I'm bored, maybe I'm day drunk, who knows? I got a little bit of time. I finally get a little bit of a break so I can have some rest from the sports world. I'll have my NBA show done tonight. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. It's been a lot of fun. Again, great job, Dion. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at Dion Boykin1 at DFS Pat. We need to make sure we get Dion to put his Twitter handle as his name so you guys know how to find him. But you can find it's at Dion Boykin1. You'll see him in there. Blah 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 blah. No, I'm just kidding. Some ugly ass pictures of himself. Appreciate you all so much. May the fantasy gods be with you. NBA show is out as well. When you're done watching this, I do have the NBA show out. Appreciate you all. May the fantasy gods be with you. Goodbye.
Happy folks. Tyler Johnson Day.
Let's go. Happy Detroit Day. That's what I say.
Yep.